Hi, this is Mahesh Bhatt and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
It also celebrates womanhood. It also celebrates, in many ways, we are having this entire movement of feminism right now, that she is fiercely independent and she can be vulnerable, but at the same time she's not willing to bow down. And maybe she's more powerful and more strong in her head than maybe Nasiruddin Shah's character, who's given up in terms of the entire Nawabi.
Yeah, Begum Jaan is in one word line. She has the courage to stand alone. And as long as she leans on the men, she feels powerless. The moment she delinks herself from the power base of the man whom she's leaning on, she discovers that within her, she has enormous strength, which comes to the forefront as the film unfolds.
Now, as I was talking about this entire feminism part of it as well, now, off late we are seeing certain trends where maybe there's a different side of feminism as well, which is becoming slightly aggressive, like say whatever has happened between Karan Johar and Kangana in recent times. In a way, you are involved as well because she's talking about nepotism, and obviously Alia is involved in that. Kangana started with you guys as well. So how do you look at this aspect that when you are just maybe overemphasizing and you're becoming aggressive as a feminist? Do you find it a bit odd, a bit awkward?
See, feminism is not a gender issue, it's an ideological thing. I've seen women who are very anti-women, and I've seen men who are very supportive to women.
Absolutely.
So I would say it's nothing to do with your gender. It's something to do with your heart, your mind, of wanting a fair, just society. I do not know the context in which what Kangana said, what she said, but all I can say is that she is a self-made woman, and she has struggled hard. We were fortunate enough to give her a break in Gangster, which was made by Anurag Basu, and she worked with innumerable film awards, and she's a very talented girl, and she has much to be proud of, and she has got a long innings ahead of her. So I think she needs to be applauded. But if she has said something which may have provoked Karan to say whatever he said, it's a matter that they both need to resolve. I don't see how the insiders of the industry can step in and resolve that space. That space essentially is a space between both of them, and let them by and by discover that it's like a family quarrel which will die its own natural death, because we cannot be in the same industry and keep our animosity going for a long time.
Right.
And it's like a unpleasant curve that you negotiate with dignity, and I think both of them are capable of doing that, resolving it. And I think we as elders should not do anything to fan that kind of the situation by, not because you are diplomatic and we can't take sides, but whom do you take side again? Because both are your own. I mean, the left hand, the right hand, they both are your own.
So why I'm saying it is because I'm talking about the nepotism part, because people say that it's easier for the star kids, but the fact is that even star kids, they have maybe far more to prove in many ways. And the fact is that whatever Alia Bhatt has achieved is something that is you never introduced her. You never produced the first film. You've still not. Maybe you may be doing Ashiqi 3 with her. No. But what she has achieved is something which is fabulous.
I don't think that, I would not like to believe that Kangana was remotely referring to Alia, because Alia had to struggle hard. She had to A, audition for the role. B, I don't think Karan was naive enough to give Alia a role, because we were not committed to each other as friends that we would harm our own company's interests and promote somebody else's child. I mean, in this business, a father that cannot afford to give a break to his own child, because unless the child has it in him. Right. And in the past, we have known of innumerable cases where parents have done that and they have eaten dust. So I would say that Alia is a self-made girl, like Kangana is a self-made girl. Yes, Kangana came from Shimla, and her journey was a more difficult journey. But the journey from Juhu to the box office peak is as tough. Definitely. In fact, the odds are against you, because the knives are out easier.
For
Because
Alia.
the moment you are privileged, the knives are out easier because there is the animosity of a lot of people which want to tear you apart because you are perceived to be privileged. And once the lights go off in the cinema hall and the images begin to flicker, no filmmaker has the power to make anybody or break anybody. Fortunately, the power lies with the people. It is the people who have no axe to grind who ultimately write the destiny of stars, starlets, directors, writers. We can only give somebody an opportunity, but the people decide whether that person will become a reigning star or would be ebbed out soon.